Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 63 of Impact Makers. In our last episode, we scratched the surface on scheduling. So I got a question to Dustin on scheduling. We know firms do it. They need to do it to allocate resources, see if if they have enough resources allocated. Do they need to hire people? What are their people doing? But, we got asked a good question recently from a client. It was actually, a client that wasn't on the project team that had gone through a rollout, and they just, they dived deep into some lean stuff, and they said, "Hey, is scheduling the root cause of a problem?" And I'm going to flip that around and ask you the question, Dustin. Scheduling, it's a necessary thing to be done. We're not saying, "Hey, don't schedule." But where do schedules, what's a common reason or a root cause that schedules become wrong or they're inaccurate?
Yeah, it was an astute question that we got. Someone that was really understanding the lean and engagement management framework, and we completely agree with and the team supported the question in the form of here's what is in place and necessary for a schedule to be successful, and more specifically, a scheduling process is really a key root cause of a scheduling mishap. A scheduling process is only as good as a firm's ability to ensure their client is ready when the schedule says. Otherwise, we're going to spend more time talking about the work and shifting the work than doing the work. And so you can spend all kinds of time and resources on the scheduling technology and the scheduling process. That's all well and good. That's the basics. That's blocking and tackling, right? What you also need to do to make sure it's successful is have a plan in place, have a process in place to manage clients better. On the audit side, that's things like a client kickoff and setting expectations with the client, mutual expectations. It's a two-way street. It's ensuring it's checking in with the client before key toll gates or milestones of the audit to make sure we have what we need so we can be successful. So that's what we see as a key root cause of when scheduling can go off the path, is when we don't properly have a process in place to manage our clients and make sure we have what we need to start.
Yeah, and so there's multiple wastes when you look at downtime plus A that come into this dynamic, right? But one that I want to call out is kind of a hybrid one there of not utilizing people's talents. So if we're going to schedule time, then we need to make sure that the things are ready for that time to be used. And that doesn't matter what type of engagement it is. It could be a CAS project, it could be a tax return, individual or business, and it could be an audit engagement. If we're going to put time on somebody's calendar and specific to a client, then whoever's responsible for managing that client, whoever the client manager is, they better ensure that the client was ready for us to allocate that time.
Yep.
So when people want to take back these ideas and think of them in a manufacturing context, it's like, you don't start something if you don't have, all the raw materials. Or like you like to say on our projects, if you're building a house and you have all you have on the project site is the roofing materials, that go in, do you start the project? It was like, well, no, we don't even have the foundation in, so we can't start with just the roofing. So, that points back to, if we're going to put something on somebody's calendar, we have to make it clear that somebody that is managing the client has ensured that the client's going to have us the information that we need. And
Yep.
Instead of just dump and run and wait and hope, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like we said, scheduling is multifaceted. There's more to it, but one of the key things that you can do is make sure that you brought the client into the conversation and confirm that they're going to be ready for when you've had your resources allocated to work on that project.
Yep, spot on.